Hope you are doing well at home and doing all the work given by teachers. And it's very sad that we are learning like this. Virtual classes are okay, but I'm not completely happy with this virtual classes. Why? Your responses never reaches. Whether you're understanding or not, whether my point is reaching to you or not, I cannot get it. Okay, even what to do? This is the crucial time as we are learning the lessons like this. And anyhow, I hope my children will learn the things well. Even if you have no proper understanding, you can contact me through the group and you can ask questions. You can get my number from your class teacher. Let's start the lesson today. And as I taught you before, Hans Wolf, the fridge captain, and Jim McPherson, the captain of Tommy's group, or the British soldier's head, the captain, both of them had a formal introduction with each other and they started understanding. Actually, they are the opponents. Okay? Opponents usually have indifference, isn't it? But here, on the day of Christmas, they wanted to make friends and they wanted to bring peace to the warfare. Actually, that's the front. Front is nothing but the warfare as well as the place of war. Okay, here these two guys like Hans Wolf and Jim McPherson, both of them had a very clear understanding regarding themselves, because at the end of the day, they both of them are humans. We shouldn't behave like animals, and we should not consider even animals as animals. Okay, even they don't have knowledge, sometimes they behave much better than humans. But here, the good humans, the good captains of Tommy's and Fridge, had a very clear conversation regarding their own personal lives. And here, Captain Jim McPherson replied that he had come, he was a teacher previously before he joins into this British army. And immediately that man, okay, Hans Wolf, said that, Dorset, he smiled, I know this place, I know it very well. It's on page number 12. All of you please open your textbooks, and this information must be looked at on page number 12. Dorset, he smiled, I know this place, I know it very well. And we shared my rum ration and his excellent sausage. Sausages were there with the Britishers, and the rum is there with snabs, and rum is there with Germans. Okay, here they both of them shared the rum ration as well as this sausages, and they had it, and we talked. Connie, how we talked. He spoke almost perfect English. Now he's sharing his experience with Connie McPherson in her letter. Jim McPherson's letter we are reading now. Dear Connie, what had happened on the day of Christmas, I happened to meet Hans Wolf, the captain of German soldiers or the German army, and he was really using this language English perfectly. The way he's talking is really nice. I thought that this German soldier or the German captain may not be speaking well of English, but finally I came to know that this man is speaking very good English. But it turned out that he had never set foot in Dorset. But through his talk I understand, okay, Dorset is a place was completely new to him. He never rest his foot, he never set or rest his foot in Dorset. Never ever been to England. Actually, he hadn't been to England. He had learned all he knew of England from school. Actually, in his school days, he had learned about certain lessons of this England, but he hadn't gone to England. And From reading books in English, his favorite writer was Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy was his favorite writer, and his favorite book, Far from the Madding Crowd. Okay, and here Thomas Hardy was written one book titled Far from the Madding Crowd. So, out there in no man's land, we talked of Bathsheba and Gabriel Oak and Sergeant Troy and Dorset. Actually, by the time when they were talking to each other and when they were sharing their experiences through this conversation, they happened to discuss many books which they had read. Especially the man, Hans Wolff, read about many books written by Thomas Hardy. Among them, Far from the Madding Crowd, and secondly, regarding Bathsheba, Gabriel Oak, and Sergeant Troy, Tizard, and Dorset also. Regarding Dorset also he read about. That's why he knew about Dorset, one of the places situated in England. Otherwise, he doesn't know regarding England and the places in England. He had no good knowledge. But he just recollected whatever he had read of Thomas Hardy and he was speaking to. He had a wife and a son born just 6 months ago. Actually, he's such a young boy. Okay, he was got married last year and now he had got some 6 months baby. Some 6 months, born just 6 months ago. Actually, the child was born to them, to a Hans Wolff, some 6 months ago. Maybe this man was completely a newly married guy only. The baby is holding some 6 months. And as I looked about me, there were huddles of khaki and grey everywhere. When I looked around, because being a captain, he has to be vigilant about how these soldiers are moving about. So whenever he had taken a look, he could see greys and khakis were moving very close. Okay, there was no sign of enmity among them. Actually, they are enemies to each other, but that enmity is not shown anywhere. Okay, all of them are mingling and they were going as a big multitude and they were having a very good association. Okay, there was no, there was no enmity shown. They were not behaving like enemies. They were very, very friendly with each other. Okay, and here you could see all over no man's land. Here, no man's land in the sense the war front, the place of war, in the field of war. Okay, they were not behaving like enemies. They were so friendly. Okay, no man's land is nothing but the land where we cannot see the people without enmity. No man land is nothing but it's a field of war. We also call it as front, F-R-O-N-T, the same spelling of front. Okay, front, back. Here front, we have to pronounce the word F-R-O-N-T as front. Okay, it's a war front. Simply we can say front. And there were models of khaki and grey uniforms can be seen everywhere. Okay, and all over no man's land, smoking, laughing, and talking, drinking, eating. Okay, they were doing all these things. They were talking to each other, conversating with each other, chatting with each other, drinking, laughing, whatnot. Everything they are doing. Okay, there is no sign of any indifferences among them. Okay, they were all very happy. And Hans Wolff and I shared what was left of your wonderful Christmas cake. Actually, they had finished snaps, okay, and they have completed rum and the sausages they were eaten. Only small little bits of cake was left on the place where they were just sitting. Hans Wolff and I. So whenever we are talking about two people, you have to be taken the second place and the other person must be given the first place. Like example, Mohan and I went to a movie last night. don't say I and Mohan. You should say Mohan and I. Second person must be given the first priority, and the second priority should be taken by you. Okay, understand, children? And here Hans Wolf and I, okay, shared what was left of, yeah, wonderful Christmas cake. And Christmas cake, Connie. Yeah, wonderful Christmas cake. Maybe she sent the Christmas cake through mail, I don't know. He says that, yeah, wonderful Christmas cake. She herself made it, and she might be sent it to her husband, Jim McPherson. And Jim McPherson cut the cake and shared with other people, other soldiers, and rest of the pieces Hans Wolf and he had it. Okay, and he says that it is a wonderful Christmas cake, and he thought the marzipan was the best he had ever tasted. Not only Christmas cake, this lady Connie McPherson also sent marzipan. Marzipan also she sent it, and he thought the marzipan was the best he had ever tasted. Okay, he hadn't tasted the marzipan like this. Means Connie McPherson is an excellent woman who can prepare cakes and certain dishes. Okay, we can say the food cuisine, a very good dishes she could make it, and she sent that marzipan and this Christmas cake to her husband, and her husband is now sharing or partaking with Hans Wolf. And now he thought the marzipan was the best marzipan that he had ever tasted. He had given a one comment, oh, your wife is such a nice cook. She had cooked this marzipan so tastily. So he thanked for that. Then he agreed. We agreed about everything, and he was my enemy. See, we never agree with our enemies. But here, he agreed with his enemy. So he never considered him as his enemy. According to my assumption, I can say that, I can proudly say that, of course, they are fighting with each other at the warfare, at the front of the war, in the war front. But he was not showing that enmity towards him. And there never was a Christmas party like it, Connie. Actually, I never had in my experience. I never ever had this kind of experience that I had it with Mr. Hans Wolf. Actually, this is such a nice meeting, or it's a kind of encounter that he had with him, Hans Wolf, he says. Then someone, I don't know, who brought out a football. By the time when we were talking with each other, somebody brought one football.